White House's original deadline to close Guantanamo was yesterday. 2 Gitmo detainees just shipped back to their home country of Algeria, but nearly 200 other detainees still remain.
Now, task force is recommending that some of the detainees be held indefinitely. We're back again with Karl Rove. Karl, obviously your boss, President Bush, also considered closing Gitmo at some point. It's much harder, obviously, to do than to say. What are the big challenges right now with Guantanamo?
Well, one challenge is, what do you do with these guys? Because if you bring them to the United States, then you're going to have people like the ACLU trying to spring them out by using habeas corpus proceedings to claim they have a right not to be held in court, to be held until they are brought to court. You're going to have people trying to force these people to be brought into the criminal justice system. These are terrorists. These are enemy combatants. We did not in World War II take every POW we got from Italy or Germany or Japan and allow them to lawyer up. But if we bring them to the United States, this is a very real likelihood.
Let's talk about these 2 guys that were shipped back to Algeria just a day before the Guantanamo Bay was to be shut down, before the deadline. It would seem that if we ship these 2 guys back to Algeria, that there would be nothing wrong with these guys. They should be free and clear to go. Is that not the case here?
No, I don't think so. And look, this is troubling because, look, under the Bush administration, we sent people back, and we tried to find people who were not threats. And even then, we found out that roughly 1 out of every 8 of them showed back up on a battlefield. And these 2 guys are really bad actors. Zumeri was involved in trying to bomb the Los Angeles International Airport in the Millennium attack of 2000. Hamlili, the other guy being sent back, is a very hardcore ideologue. In fact, he purportedly offed Osama bin Laden's personal representative in Pakistan because Hamlili thought the guy was an infidel. We know that this guy was involved in IED training in 2002 to make attacks on the U.S. base in Bagram, potentially including trying to poison the food that was coming from Pakistan to be fed to our troops. These are not guys who are sort of, accidentally found on the battlefield and may or may not be really, sort of involved. These are guys that we know were deeply involved. And not only that, but we're sending them to Algeria, which is one of 14 countries that if you try and travel to the United States from Algeria, you get automatic extra screening. And there's not only that, but there is a very active al-Qaeda cell there, al-Qaeda in the Maghreb, and we're sending these guys back, and we don't even know if they're going to be held by the Algerian authorities or let out in society. This is a bad move by the administration and indicative of their mindset that they think, oh, well, this, it's like Holder. Attorney General Holder said, well, if we ever caught Osama bin Laden, we wouldn't need to interrogate him because we got enough to convict him. No, if we got Osama bin Laden, we ought to bleed him for every bit of information about his associates and allies so we can go after the rest of his network. This is the mindset of this administration, and it's dangerous in a time of war.
These are some bad dudes, clearly, but real quickly,
really bad dudes.
Those indefinitely detained, that's really what he hit you in the Bush administration for. What is he facing now? Is this just the reality of the office, that it's not as easy as he thought it was going to be?
Yeah. Look, when you get in the office and you read the reports on these people, it's easy in the campaign to say, oh, it's in America's interest to stand up for our values, to let these people out, let them have a lawyer. But you go in and read what these people did, and you realize what danger they represent to the country. And even Holder's, Obama and Holder's own Justice Department task force said, we recommend holding these 50 indefinitely, and I think there's like another 110 that they want to hold on to and make future decisions about. Look, this is a step in the right direction, but it is unfortunately dominated by a mindset of an administration that's wrong.
Right. Karl, thanks so much for joining us. Enjoy Florida today.
I'll have lunch ready for you here in Rosemary Beach when you finish working. Get on the first plane.
We're hungry.
Thank you.
Mango salsa on a trout. Thanks, Karl. We'll see you soon.